The Afghan army said today that it killed 10 Taliban fighters during a firefight in the south. 12 years after the U.S. invasion, Afghan forces are assuming more responsibility for their country's security. The U.S. has 60,000 troops in Afghanistan. That's down from more than 100,000. This year, 108 Americans have died there. Charlie Dagada went along recently as U.S. and Afghan soldiers went hunting for the Taliban in the east.
Right there. Yep.
U.S. soldiers and Afghan commandos ran toward a walled compound where the Taliban have hidden fighters and weapons in the past. The first few moments of the raid were the most dangerous.
Right, we get rear security.
American soldiers raced along the rooftop into position, providing cover for Afghan troops to go inside. These are the soldiers of the 101st Airborne Division's Easy Company. They're better known as the Band of Brothers, whose battle victories in World War II became legendary. It's one of their last raids. They'll be pulling out within weeks, and they won't be replaced. Commander Captain Lou Casino knows the clock is ticking.
Have you allowed yourself to think, oh my gosh, we're almost home now? Does that change your outlook, your perspective?
Yes, it changes the perspective because now you want to focus even more to make sure that there's no oversights that last few months, because as you're smelling the barn, as they say, you know, we're like, all right, we're almost there.
There's every reason to be concerned. This is where Osama bin Laden set up his training camp 16 years ago. It's still a militant stronghold. The company's brigade from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, has lost 8 men since their deployment began 5 months ago.
This is one of the last missions of its kind for Easy Company, and it's not just about hunting for potential militants. It's about sending a message to the Taliban that they're still active on the ground and will be until the moment they leave.
Soldiers combed every inch of the compound looking for weapons. And while Easy Company's Afghan partners are better trained now, American soldiers double-checked everything. They didn't find enough weapons to confiscate or any men of fighting age either. An Afghan commander questioned a teenage boy about where they were. He told us they were working. They can only hope he's telling the truth.
The U.S. military really has reached a turning point here, Scott, where we were, the crucial eastern provinces along the border with Pakistan. They've cut back from 52 bases to just 12 in the last 5 months. But that's not to say the fighting has ended. The bases where we stayed came under repeated rocket attacks, and that is just a daily fact of life.
And most U.S. forces due to be out of there by the end of 2014. Charlie Dagada in Kabul, Afghanistan. Charlie, thanks very much.